Hello, everyone. My name is Debbie Happy Cohen, and we're here for our series called Worthiness Matters. We're on day number 5 of 30. And today's question that we started this series with a series of questions from one of our members is how long is the road to worthiness? How long is the road to worthiness? And so I want you to tune into your body right now because that's what we do at these workouts. That's what we do at these joy-based spirituality workouts. We tune in to our bodies, we tune into our emotions, and then we tune into the question and we put it to the side for a minute and then we come back to the question. So I'm going to say the question again from your body. Listen to this question. How long is the road to worthiness? Now, when I reflected on this question just before our meeting, it got me in a ranting mode. I know some of you love when I'm in a ranting mode. And the rant is this. How long is the road to worthiness? Oh my God. Would you ever ask that question of your favorite pet or a baby that you love or a plant that you love? Would you ever question its worthiness? I mean, the other day I had a very special thing happen where one of my friends, who is an artist and she's been making stationery lately that's very pretty, she made some art of my dog who passed away a couple years ago. And his name is Hiro Nakamura. And it was like she brought him back alive for me. It was so precious. And then come to find out that she was with me. She helped me take him to the vet. We drove him in her car to the vet on his last day. And come to find out that these were pictures that she had taken of him that day. Now I'm going to ask that question again in light of this. I want you to look at that precious face. I got him when he was 8 weeks old, and he died when he was 11. He was one of the great loves of my life. Now I'm going to ask this question again. How long is the road to worthiness? How long is the road to worthiness? There is no road to worthiness. You are worthy. You are worthy. If my dog, who is no longer even here, is continuing to be honored and loved and remembered, not just by me, but by other people who loved him to this degree that she would make art 3 or 4 years later. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. It's just precious. It's just so precious. How long is the road to worthiness? There is no road to worthiness. The contemplation here, the consciousness that you want to choose, the devotion that you want to choose. Anybody who's asking that question has a sense of desperation inside. And the only way that I know of, the only way that I know of to heal that, the only antidote I know of is a strong sense of devotion to worthiness itself, to that which is worthy, to noticing worthiness, to honoring worthiness. And that's what joy-based spirituality means to me. You can't you can't prove love. If somebody says I love you, you can't prove ever. Or if you say to somebody else I love you, you can never ever 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 prove it with any finality. And that's why spirituality is spirituality. It can't be proven. It's not science. It's spirituality. They can work together, but you can't prove love and you can't prove worthiness. You can only recognize it and know it. And the more that you recognize it and know it, the more devoted you're going to be to the love that you are, to the worthiness that you are. Now, I had a serendipity happen right before this meeting, and so this was an act of this sometimes things happen in my world, and especially when serendipities happen, I feel, wow, that made me feel worthy because I felt like the universe was helping me. So I was asking for help with this series this morning, and one of my the person Linda, who's one of our members who drew our ship, who drew our trifecta ship, and created the outline of it. Um, she sent me a message a couple hours ago, or just an hour ago, half an hour ago. And she said, I was just listening to the Brene Brown new book called Atlas of the Heart. And she said, she offers a metaphor of a part of a ship. Can you guess what it is that we didn't put in our image? And I said, okay. I said, oh my God, you are a torturous. I'm going to open her book and find it. Is it the rudder? Is it the steering wheel? She's like, nope. I said, is it the compass? She said, nope. I said, is it a ladybug? Because we call her Ladybug. She said, haha, nope. Do you give up? Never. Um, and then I said, anchor, because I looked in the book and I didn't find it. I was like, oh, I got to anchor. She said, yes, anchor is the anchor is connection. Connection, wholeheartedness is connection, worthiness is connection. Um, so yesterday I shared with you an experience of feeling really, really enraged and angry, and having some friends who were there supporting me. And what I got to maintain as a result, they were like links for me to feeling anchored with myself. The anchor for me is anchoring into that sense of worthiness, anchoring into the sense of I am love, I am worthiness. And I felt so enraged. And then I felt judgy of myself because, oh my God, the Dalai Lama wouldn't be proud of me, and neither would not Nelson Mandela. Come on, you can do better than that, Happy D. And so, sometimes comparisons like that can be very inspiring, but sometimes comparisons like that can be very shaming and disconnecting. Um, and and to have people around me who I'm going to say this because I don't need validation for being right and wrong. It's not that for being, was I right or was I wrong? The place where I look to for validation from my friends is, can they support where I am, no matter where I am on the scale? Can they look at me without flinching? Can they look at me the way that I still continue to think about my dog with no question about his worth? So if I'm feeling angry and enraged, are they going to see? In our society, we prefer that people be depressed than be enraged. We prefer that people be oh, Linda just wrote, thank you for your comment, Linda. When I don't feel connection with people, I can connect directly to nature. That's where I am. That's so beautiful, right? So, but it takes a sense of worthiness inside of you to choose to connect with nature. That's what kind of brings it back around. So that's an anchor for you, right? When I don't feel connection with people, I can connect directly to nature, right? And so what I want to look at is to look at your feelings and go, if you reject your feelings, if you repress your feelings, they will get stuffed, they will get stuck, they will find other outlets. And a lot of times that looks like low energy, or energy that's not authentic. It's a cover up. I see a lot of young girls these days, young women these days, wearing like makeup that's so thick that they almost look like Barbie dolls, because the makeup is so I feel like they've all just come off of a Netflix show, and we're supposed to all be happy, and we're all supposed to look the same, and we're all supposed to feel the same. And that's not worthiness. That feels to me like a cover up for shame. I don't have a problem with makeup. Look, I'm wearing lipstick, I got eyeliner, I like makeup, I like wearing a hat. Like, have fun. Have fun with whoever you're being, whatever you're doing. One of my favorite role models is a centenarian. Her name is Iris Apfel, and she dresses and she wears these big glasses. So I don't have a problem with fashion, but what I want your fashion to come from, and I want your expression to come from, is from a sense of worthiness, from that. Even if you're experiencing full joy, because I think that the greatest fashion comes from an expression of full joy. The greatest basking in nature comes from wonderment of curiosity and wow and basking and enjoying. And so part of it can be I'm using nature or spirituality to balance how I feel, to anchor me back into who I am, away from the noise. Because when I read your sentence, when I don't feel connection with people, I feel like when I'm around other people and I don't feel connected with myself, I feel like scattered, just too much scattered energy. And nature and spirituality anchors me back into the truth of my own being so that I can show up more fully. It feeds me. So I just want to go back to the feeling chart again. The Atlas of the Heart book is all about nuances of feelings. And one of my favorite things that she writes in the beginning of the book is something about that the complexity of feelings is so important, that we can feel opposite things at the same time. So this person that I was enraged at, I also, in my heart, I love so deeply. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have felt enraged. I probably would have just felt disconnected. I just it wouldn't have bothered me. I would just been like, okay, that's just another person on the planet being nutty. Um, and so having to be with the complexity of a feeling like ambivalence, like loving someone so much and so deeply and feeling so angry and enraged and hateful all at the same time, and making sure that I didn't disconnect from loving myself. And so I want to just bring that back around to healthy connection with people in my life. And this is what I want you to grow in your life and keep growing it. People who can be steady inside themselves. So the first person I called didn't even say anything the whole time. I just ranted and talked for like 10 or 15 minutes, and he just listened. He just held space. I said, "Are you doing okay? Is this too much for you?" And he's like, "No." So what was he doing? He was anchoring into his own body. And because he's coming from a place of full capacity, he could handle my storm without it rocking his ship. And by holding space for me, I was able to stay anchored to myself. And so again, this is beyond the realms of right and wrong. This is in the realms of feeling worthy no matter what you're feeling worthy no matter how many contradictory feelings you might have, and letting yourself bask in that state of worthiness no differently than you might bask in the feeling of worth that you feel toward your favorite pet, or toward your favorite person. And I think for most humans who've grown up in this culture, that's a practice. And so joy-based living is a practice. Some people say that it's like a workout, like a cardio workout. Um, Worthiness, spiritual joy-based spirituality is a practice. And that's why I call these series that I've been doing, these live streams, these are joy-based spirituality workouts. And that's the workout. Your worthiness matters. So I'm going to go back to the question one more time and we'll come to a close. So stay in your body right now. Be in your body, be with your feelings right now. And I'm going to ask this question: how long is the road to worthiness? And in this moment, saying that question out loud, I'm going to share what that brings up in me, and I want you to tune it into what that brings up in you. I feel a huge amount of compassion for anybody who's asking themselves that question. I feel a huge amount of compassion. And so if it's you who's feeling uh, that there's a long road, that there could be a long road to worthiness, I want you to let yourself be open to a sense of compassion for yourself, and know that there are others who are offering compassion to you. If you are feeling others in the world like me and others here, if you are listening to this and you don't resonate with that question, how long is the road to worthiness, because you are clear about your own worthiness, you can use this as a moment to feel your fullness, kind of like that Buddhist prayer where you wish happiness on all beings. I want you to see all beings feeling their own sense of self-worth, their own truth, connection to their own worthiness and to the love that they are. I wish you happiness and worthiness and love and well being today and always. Thank you so much for being here with me and engaging this journey with me and doing this workout with me. I love you more than words can say. Bye for now.